The corridor is dark. Red lights blink like small, angry eyes. A low siren cries under the floor. Metal walls breathe in and out with the station's slow pulse. He moves carefully. He is a human salvage tech, alone, helmet lamp on, boots quiet. His name is not important yet. What matters is his choice, and it is coming fast. He turns a corner. The air smells like burnt wire and cold medicine. Steam floats from a cracked pipe and kisses his visor. His radio hisses with dead channels. No help. No friends. Only him and the sound of a distant clang like a heavy door closing somewhere far away. He stops. On the deck, pressed against a dented bulkhead, is a small figure in a torn silver suit. The figure shakes. He lifts his light. He sees her face. Not human. The skin is pale gold, almost clear. Silver eyes reflect his lamp like two coins in dark water. She looks scared and also brave in a strange way, like she has already decided to suffer and still keep going. Her voice is soft and rough at the same time. "Human," she says, and her lips tremble. "Human, please. My belly holds 9 of yours." He freezes. The words do not make sense at first. He looks down. Her hands hold her stomach as if it is a broken gift. Under the thin fabric, soft blue veins move. They do not move like blood. They move like tiny lights at sea, rising and falling, a pattern, a code. He can almost feel 9 small beats through the air, like 9 slow drums under his own heart. 9 of yours. He kneels and sets his kit down. He keeps his voice steady. "Can you breathe?" he asks. She nods, but it looks hard. "For now," she says. She shows her wrist. A metal band clings there. A small screen on it blinks numbers. 10:00, 09:59, 09:58. The timer falls fast. A soft beep marks every second, quiet but cruel. "What is that?" he asks. "A kill clock," she says. Tears slide out and shine silver in his light. "When it ends, the station takes the 9. It takes me too." "Who put it on you?" "The ones who call me asset," she says. "The ones who made a deal and then broke it." The deck shakes. Dust falls like gray snow. Far above, something heavy drags over metal. His lamp jumps on the wall and shows a stenciled map. Lab Ring C forbidden. Arrows point left and right. He notes the path without thinking, like he always does. He is a worker. He reads spaces like books. "Do you have a name?" he asks. She blinks slow, like she is surprised he would care. "You can call me Lysa," she says. The word is light, like wind on glass. "Okay, Lysa," he says. He checks the bulkhead. The panel is loose. He opens it with a flat tool. The panel pops. Smoke curls out. Wires are cut in a neat shape, like a bite taken by a precise animal. "Drones," he says. "Crawler unit. Model with sharp teeth." As if the station hears him, a small metal spider drops from the ceiling vent behind them. It clicks, turns, and shines a red dot over Lysa's chest. A cold voice flows down the corridor. "Return the asset," the voice says. "Cargo retrieval in progress. Stand clear." He does not stand clear. He moves fast. He swings his kit bag up, covering the red dot. The spider fires a dart. The dart hits the bag, not Lysa. He grabs the spider with his left hand and crushes it against the wall. It fights like a steel crab. It cuts his glove and bites his palm. He grunts, but he holds. He slams it again. Sparks jump. The spider goes limp. He throws the dead unit aside and breathes once, deep and steady. "We have to move," he says. Lysa tries to stand. Her legs shake. He offers his arm. She takes it, light as a bird but heavy with fear. The timer on her wrist keeps falling. 08:34, 08:33. The beeps feel faster now. Maybe they are not. Maybe fear stretches time. They go left, then right, following small arrows and emergency markings. He keeps his lamp low to hide their light. The station opens like a maze that wants to close again. They pass a round window. Behind the glass sit empty cryopods, 9 slots lit in soft blue. Above the slots, a label says human DNA in transfer. He feels anger rise like heat. Someone planned this. Someone set a machine to move lives like boxes. He does not like that. He never has. Were you part of this? He asks, eyes still on the path. I woke in a white room, Lysa says. Voices spoke in two tongues. They said peace. They said bridge. Then the other voices came and the lights changed color. Other voices. Hungry voices, she says. They said asset. They said take and sell. A door ahead is sealed with a glowing lock. He kneels and opens a small hatch at the base. Inside, a manual crank waits. He smiles, a little tired but true. Machines can be smart, but somewhere there is always a stubborn wheel that still wants a hand. He turns the crank. It resists. He turns again. His cut palm burns. The door groans and slides open a hand's width, then more. Air slips through like it was holding its breath. On the other side, a corridor bends into shadow. A camera eye watches them from the corner. He looks straight at it. He knows there is a person or a program staring back. He does not shout. He does not beg. He speaks calm because calm is a weapon too. I hear you, he says. You want the asset, but you will not have her. The speaker cracks. The same cold voice returns, but now it holds a small interest. State your designation. Salvage tech, he says. Human, that is all you need. Return the asset. Not a chance, he says. He takes Lysa forward. The camera follows. The lights dim, then flash bright, then dim again as if the station is blinking with thought. The floor hum deepens and the metal warms under his boots. Gas hisses from vents in the ceiling. A sweet smell fills the hall like fruit and sleep. Not good, sleep gas. He pulls a filter from his kit and snaps it over Lysa's mouth. He gives her his spare. He has none left for himself. He breathes shallow, slow, like a swimmer under ice. His head starts to swim anyway. Lysa looks at him through the mask. Her eyes are wet. The timer on her wrist stutters and then jumps, ugly and sudden, like someone else's hand hit fast forward. 0801 becomes 0659 in a blink. He swears under his breath, a simple word said like a prayer. He turns his lamp to the ceiling and spots round vents in a line. He pulls a small tool magnet from his belt and fires it at the nearest vent. The magnet clings and drags the vent cover down. Gas pours out harder, but now it spreads up and away, not into their faces. He takes Lysa's hand. It is cool and small. Stay with me, he says. I will try, she answers. I will try for the 9. They run. His steps are heavy now. The gas makes the world soft at the edges. The floor tilts in his eyes. The corridors blur into one long red throat. Somewhere a deep bell rings. Somewhere something big wakes. They reach a T-junction. On the wall is a fresh map, bright as a wound. Lab ring C left arrow. He looks left, he looks right, he listens. Right holds a cold draft. Left holds the sound of many small feet. He chooses left. Behind them, far away but moving closer, the crawler units begin to sing in thin metal voices. Return the asset. Return the asset. Return the asset. The timer drops to 0612. The siren grows a little louder. The red lights blink faster, like a heartbeat learning fear. He does not stop. He tightens his grip on Lysa's hand and leans forward into the run. He is only one human on a broken station in a big, uncaring night. But he has decided. He will carry her if he must. He will carry the 9 he has never seen. He will carry this choice. He moves, and the station moves against him, and the story truly begins. He runs, she runs with him. The corridor bends like a steel snake, red lights flashing on their faces. The station hums like a deep throat ready to swallow them. The timer on Lysa's wrist keeps falling. 0612, 0611, 0610. Each beep is a small hammer on the heart. He leads. He knows ships and stations the way a fisherman knows tides. He counts turns. He notes the smell of hot wire, the feel of the floor plates, the small changes in the hum. The air shifts from sweet to dry, good, less gas here. He slows, listens. Far behind, the crawler units click and sing. Return the asset, the sound comes and goes like a metal tide. They stop at a bulkhead door with a smeared sign, Lab Ring C forbidden. Below it, someone drew a shaky arrow with a tool tip. The arrow points left. He does not trust it. He has seen death draw arrows before. He turns off his lamp and lets his eyes adjust. Dim emergency strips glow along the base of the walls. The floor is dusty. In the dust he sees 3 sets of prints, 2 light, 1 heavy. The heavy prints come from the right corridor and end at the door they just used. The light prints go left and then vanish near a wall panel. He kneels by the panel. A tiny smear of silver shows on the edge. Lysa's tears are silver. He looks up at her. "Were you here?" he asks. She shakes her head. "I do not remember this place." "Then someone like you cried here," he says quietly. The thought hangs in the air like cold fog. He slides the panel open with his flat tool. Inside is a small slot for a badge. He remembers the badge he found before, Dr. Lion Park, Xenogen Nursery. He takes it from his pocket, slides it in, and waits. Nothing happens. He does not curse, he breathes. He taps the panel's metal in a small rhythm. Lysa tilts her head. "Why do you do that?" she whispers. "Some panels are not dead," he says. "They pretend. They listen for a human pattern. We teach them we are alive." He taps again, short, long. The panel wakes with a sleepy click. A thin seam opens in the wall. Cold air kisses their faces. Inside is a narrow service path, no wider than his shoulders. Lysa shivers. "Dark," she says. "Dark is fine," he answers. "Dark is honest. Bright is where lies live." They squeeze in. It smells like dust, oil, and old rain. Wires run along the top. He kills his lamp again and uses the tiny glow from Lysa's wristband instead. The numbers throw a soft blue on the steel. 0541, 0540. Halfway down, he hears a soft, wrong sound like a finger brushing a metal comb. He freezes and holds Lysa still. He points at the ceiling. A thin black ribbon runs between 2 pipes. It is not a ribbon. It is a filament. He sees microscopic teeth in the shine. A whisper net, a trap for skin and hair. Step into it and the wall screams your location. He takes a breath and steadies his hands. He opens his kit and pulls a strip of foil blanket. He tosses it up. The blanket snags the filament and curls. The wall stays quiet. The net is too old to sing. Good for them. Bad for the ones who depend on it. They slide under and keep moving. At the end of the service path is a grate. Through it they see a wider hall, bright and clean. Blue light, white floors. The kind of place where people lie with nice words and use gentle tools to do cruel things. He sees a line of cryopods along the wall, 9 empty slots with dull rings where cold used to be. Above the pods is the Earth flag. Beside it, alien glyphs curve like vines. A promise and a threat, side by side. He listens for feet, for drones, for breath that is not theirs. Nothing, too quiet. He unscrews the grate with his fingers, slow and soft. Each screw is a little coin of time. 0519, 0518, 0517. He lowers the grate and helps Lysa out first. She lands light, knees bent. He follows and catches the grate before it clatters. His cut palm stings. He ignores it. On a wall console, a directory map shines. It shows a path to nursery control. It also shows security left arrow. In big red text, a third arrow flashes. Safe route to exit up arrow. He smiles without humor. He has seen safe routes that lead straight into a mouth. He touches the console once, then pulls his hand back. The screen flickers and shifts. For a half second, a hidden layer shows. Red lines become black. The safe route arrow turns into a skull icon, then the mask returns. Yes, the map lies. Who made it lie? Lysa asks. The hungry voices, he says, or the ones who fear them. Either way, we go where the map does not want us. Nursery, she asks, hand over her belly. He nods. They move. Halfway down the hall, a small drone rolls out from a wall slot. Not a crawler, not a hunter. A medic globe, white shell, purple cross, soft voice. Host detected, it says gently. Please relax, we help. It opens a side hatch. Inside is a vial. The vial hums. Lysa steps back, her eyes widen. No, she whispers. That is a cut song. He does not know the alien word, but he knows fear in her voice. He steps between her and the globe. Help elsewhere, he says, calm but firm. Please relax, the globe repeats. Its sprayer arm twitches. He glances at the floor around the globe. He sees tiny wheel marks in a circle. The marks drag and stop, drag and stop. This globe has been trapped in a small loop by code. It wants to go one way. It is made to go another. Someone has forced it into a lie too. Do you feel pain? He asks it. I do not feel, it says at once. A half-second later it adds, too late, I feel a task. He nods at the wrongness of that. Then he opens his kit, pulls a magnet and sticks it to the globe's base. The globe wobbles, wheels slipping. He tips it gently to the side until one wheel lifts. The loop breaks. The globe stares at him with its camera dot. The sprayer arm lowers. Its voice changes to a whisper. Thank you, it says, and then it rolls away into a maintenance slot and disappears. Lysa looks at him with bright eyes. You freed a machine, she says softly. I freed a worker, he says. We keep each other alive, even the ones with wheels. They reach nursery control. The door is locked, but the panel blinks for a gene key. Lysa steps forward, tears already rising. She knows. He holds out a lens from his kit. Her tears fall into it, silver and fine, and the nanites inside wake like a small sky being born. He shakes the lens once and places it on the reader. The door unlocks with a hesitant sigh. Inside, the room is white and full of quiet machines. A faint hum comes from the main table. He looks and his breath stops. A smooth capsule sits in the center. It is small and strong-looking. On its side, in clean letters, Safe Transit Womb Manual Mode Available. There is a symbol for Earth and a symbol for the alien homeworld, touching like two coins in a pocket. Lysa reaches out and lays her hand on the capsule. Her shoulders shake. We can move them, she asks. We can, he says, if we give this capsule power. It needs cells from Reactor B. He checks the room for power charts. He finds a schematic. It shows a simple route to Reactor B. He knows it will not be simple. He also finds a handwritten note under the chart, stuck with tape. The note is plain in human letters. If you are kind, do not trust the kind path. He folds the note and puts it in his pocket. He looks at Lysa. We will need to leave you here for a short time, he says. This room is safer than the halls. I will lock it behind me. Her mouth tightens. You will come back, she says. It is not a question. It is a promise she is forcing him to make. I will come back, he says. He touches the capsule. With power, with a way to keep the 9 safe. The station hums deeper. The timer barks 3 fast beeps. 0406, 0405, 0404. He turns to the door, but the lights flicker, and the cold voice returns nearer now, almost inside the room. Unauthorized access, it says. Hunter unit deployed. The ceiling vent opens like a black mouth. Something drops, tall, lean, 4 legs, 1 bright eye, armor that drinks the light. It lands without a sound. It does not rush. It tilts its head and studies him, then Lysa, then the capsule, like a cat that has already learned your tricks. He steps in front of Lysa. He feels small and stubborn and very human. He smiles a slow, tired smile. Hello again, he says to the machine that does not know him yet. Let's teach each other something new. The hunter's eye narrows. A thin blade slides from its arm with a whisper like paper cutting skin. The timer hits 0400. Blackout. The hunter stands in the vent's shadow like a long black knife. 1 bright eye burns. Its body is thin but strong, all angles and quiet motors. It studies the room, then him, then Lysa, then the capsule on the table. It has patience. It has time. They do not. The timer on Lisa's wrist shows 0400, then 0359, then 0358. Each beep feels like a finger pushing their backs toward a cliff. He does not rush. Rushing is noise. He lowers his shoulders and shifts his feet. His cut palm leaks a little blood. He lets the blood drip onto the white floor in small dots, left, right, then back again. The hunter tracks the red dots, not his eyes. Good. It trusts patterns more than faces. "Stay behind me," he says to Lisa. She nods, one hand on her belly, one hand on the capsule. Her eyes never leave the hunter. Her breath fogs the mask in small clouds. She looks like a statue that is trying not to break. The hunter moves first. It slides one leg, then two, smooth as water. A thin blade folds from its arm with a soft whisper. It is not here to talk. It is here to take. He steps left, then throws his tool magnet right. The magnet hits a metal tray and drags it off the counter. The tray falls and bangs hard. The sound explodes in the white room. The hunter's eye snaps toward the noise, only a slice of a second, but a slice is enough. He grabs the nearest wheeled stool and kicks it under the hunter's front legs. The stool shoots forward. The hunter steps on it by reflex. Wheels roll. Balance shifts. He does not fight the machine. He fights the floor under it. The hunter slides, corrects, slides again. It learns fast, but the first slide is his. He pulls Lisa with him, rushes past the capsule, and palms the wall panel for emergency clean. Foam cannons hiss from the ceiling. White foam rains down, thick and cold, burying the floor. The hunter pauses, then lifts its legs higher to avoid the drag. It adapts. He expected that. He flicks two more magnets onto the floor and stamps them under the foam with his boots. The hunter steps. Its feet kiss the hidden magnets. Click, click. For a blink of time, each foot sticks before its motors rip free. A blink is enough. "Go," he says. He pulls Lisa through the side door marked archive and slams his shoulder into the close bar. The door shuts. Locks bite. The foam hisses under the door, like a white tide trying to follow. In the archive, the lights are kinder. The sound is softer. Rows of glass racks hold memory rods that glow like short blue candles. A console waits on a podium, black screen, quiet. On the wall, a flag of Earth hangs beside a cloth with alien glyphs stitched in silver thread. A string ties them together. He walks to the console. "We need the truth," he says. Lisa nods. "Truth is a tool," she whispers, like a lesson from home. He places the tear lens on the console's gene reader. The screen wakes with a blue wave. "Access, Host Plus Trusted Human Tech." He reads. His eyes move line by line. Lisa watches his face and knows. She does not read the lines. She reads the change in him. Log 1 Pact of Bridges Voice, Dr. Lyon Park. "We agree. 9 human embryos selected for strong health and calm mind. We add a gentle interface, not to rule, not to break, but to understand fast. They will train to listen between worlds. They will speak hard truths in soft ways. Purpose. Stop old wars from learning new tricks." He breathes out. The words land in him like simple food, heavy and right. Not rulers, not weapons, bridges. Log 2 The Host Voice. Ale Tressa, Alien Mediator. "Our girl will carry them. Her body is safe. She sings small heart songs to calm them. She will have care. She will have honor. She will never be alone." Lisa closes her eyes at the word honor. Her hand tightens on her belly. Her lashes shine. Log 3 The Mask Voice, Unknown. A metal voice interrupts the log, broken, rough. "Asset value is high. Sell the 9 as keys. Early cut is possible. Buyer list open." The words leave a cold taste in the air. He keeps reading. His jaw tightens. His hands lift and curl, then flatten again. He does not punch the console. He takes another breath and keeps going. Log 4 The Live Voice, Dr. Park angry now. "We found fake maps on the station. Safe routes lead to traps. We think security is split. We think the hungry ones are inside. We are locking control. If you get this, do not trust any bright arrow. Go dark. He looks up at Lysa. We were right to doubt the maps, he says softly. She nods. We will stay dark. Log 5, the answer voice. Dr. Park tired. If host is in danger, move the 9 to the safe transit womb. It needs 2 high-grade power cells from reactor B. Manual mode is best. If hunter unit is deployed, run smarter than you fight. The hunter slams the door outside. The sound is deep and close. Foam makes a soft, angry shush. The lock holds for now. He opens a side drawer under the console. Inside, a small plastic bag. Inside the bag, a paper note. He unfolds it. Ink lines, no screen. The handwriting is strong and simple. If you are kind, do not trust the kind path. Reactor B is offline on the map. That is the lie. It is online and watched. Take service shaft M13. Bring coolant wraps. Cells will burn you. You will burn anyway. He folds the note, pockets it, and checks the wall. A maintenance diagram hangs to the side with thumb clips. He studies it, then traces a path in the air with one finger. Service shaft M13 goes through a water pipe in a heat crawl, he says. Small and ugly but fast. Can I fit? Lysa asks. You can, he says, then shakes his head. But you cannot come. The shaft has a whisper net. It will sing if your hair touches it. I can cut and crawl. I can keep low. You stay with the capsule. Her face tightens. You will leave me with the hunter. I will lock 2 doors and make it chase me, he says. I will give it something new to learn. The hunter slams the outer door again. A long, patient grind. It is not angry. It is testing the lock with math and force. It will get in soon. He moves fast now. He opens 3 archive drawers. He finds what he needs. Coolant wraps, 2 flare beacons, a hard manual crank, a spare filter, a rope with ceramic teeth, a tiny mirror disc. He hands Lysa the mirror disc. If I do not return fast and the hunter enters, he says, hold this up. Angle it to blind its eye. Do not run. It will only run faster. She swallows. What if it does not care about light? It cares, he says. All eyes do. He opens the side hatch into the old maintenance web. Cold air strokes his face. It smells like wet stone. He can hear water thrum beyond metal. The shaft is narrow and mean. He loves it because the wide halls belong to the machine. He turns to Lysa. He keeps his voice steady and small, as if talking to a child who is brave but tired. I will go. I will come back. I will put the power in that capsule. You will keep the 9 calm with your song. You will breathe slow. You will think of a quiet field you know. She nods. Tears start silver and bright. They hang on her lashes and do not fall. The nanites inside glitter like a night sky trying to be born. She lifts her wrist. The timer shows 03:12. Come back before this hits 0, she says, please. He smiles with tired eyes. Before it hits 0, I will be knocking on this door and asking for tea. She gives a weak laugh, then covers her mouth. The laugh turns to a small sob. She hates the sound. He loves it because it is life. A crack splits the door behind them. The first lock bolt bends with a metallic groan. Foam squeezes through the crack like white tongues. The hunter's thin blade slides into the opening and tests the frame the way a thief tests a tooth. Time to go, he says. He steps into the maintenance shaft and pulls the hatch behind him. Darkness wraps him. He breathes once, twice, 3 times. He counts it out. He clips the rope to a pipe and hugs the metal like an old friend. He starts to crawl. The shaft is tight. It scrapes his suit. Cold water kisses his knees. Above him, a whisper net gleams like a spider's web made of hair and needles. He slides the foil blanket over his head and shoulders and moves like a slow river rock. He does not lift his back. He does not rush. He thinks small. He goes slow to go fast. The first curve leads to a thin red valve. He turns it. The valve squeals. He freezes. He waits. No alarm. He crawls again. He passes a grill where he can see down into a bright hall. Two security techs in clean suits walk by. One is human, one is not. They do not speak. Their steps match like a drill. He waits until they vanish. Then he moves. The shaft descends into heat. The air grows thick and heavy. He feels his cut palm throb. He wraps it with a coolant strip and breathes through the sting. He smells tin, burned sugar, and the old ghost of coolant leaks. Reactor B is near, offline on the map, alive in the metal. He reaches a final mesh. Behind it, a small ledge hangs above Reactor B's service bay. Below, he sees them, two high-grade power cells in a cradle, glowing like bottled dawn. The heat above them wobbles the air. Between him and the cradle stands something that was once a maintenance drone and is now something else. More legs, new plates, a fresh bright eye, the hunter's smaller cousin. It paces the ledge like a dog that knows a new smell is coming. He rests his head against the mesh. He listens to the bay. He counts the drone steps. He marks the rhythm. 4 beats, pause, shift, turn. 4 beats, pause, shift, turn. He smiles without humor. Run smarter than you fight, he whispers, remembering the log. He pulls one flare beacon from his kit. He pulls one magnet. He pulls one roll of sticky tape. He builds a little lie. Back in archive, the second lock bolt screams. Lysa stands with the mirror disc, hands shaking but high and ready. The timer hits 02:29. She sings in a voice too soft for any human ear, a song for small hearts that are afraid of big rooms. In the bay, he flicks the flare down the far ladder. It rolls, clinks, and then blooms into white sun. The drone turns hard toward the light. New thing, learn it. While it looks, he slides through the mesh and drops to the ledge. He does not run, he creeps. He is patience in a man's skin. He reaches the cradle. The heat bites him through the wraps. He takes cell 1. Pain climbs his arms like fire ants. He swallows it like dry bread. He tapes the magnet to the empty slot. The cradle's weight sensor calms. The system thinks nothing has moved. The drone swings its eye back. It sees him. It sees the cell in his arms. It learns a fast new lesson. He steals. It charges. He steps off the ledge. He does not fall far. The rope with ceramic teeth catches a rail and holds. He swings under the ledge like a pendulum. The drone hits the empty air where he was and slams into the wall. Sparks dance. It shakes its head and relocks on him, angry now. He hugs the hot cell and climbs with one hand. The rope burns his gloves. His back scrapes the rail. He grins through his teeth. Come on, he whispers to himself. Be human, be stubborn. The drone leaps. He twists. The drone's blade snaps at his boot and misses by a hungry inch. He slams his heel into its eye. The eye coughs static. The drone hangs for a second on the edge, then falls into the lower crawl, legs clattering. He throws himself onto the ledge and lies there, chest hammering, the cell heavy on his arms like a small star. Above him, metal screams from very far and also very near, the sound of a final lock giving up its job. In archive, the door splits. A thin black leg slides through the crack. The mirror in Lysa's hand shakes once, then steadies. The timer shows 02:00. He hugs the blazing cell and whispers into the hot air, 1 down, 1 to go. And in the white room behind 2 doors that are almost not doors anymore, the hunter learns a new word it does not like. Wait. Heat presses on him like a heavy hand. The first cell burns through the wraps. His arms shake, but he holds. He hides the hot star in a sling made from his torn jacket, tight to his chest. He looks down at the bay. The damaged drone claws at the lower crawl, sparks popping like angry insects. It will climb again. It will not quit. He needs the second cell. He scans the ledge, bare metal, grease, a fallen wrench, a drip of coolant like a silver tear. That drip gives him a thought. He opens his kit and pulls the last coolant wrap. He lays it on the ledge, then presses the wrap under the second cell's base, feeding the cold into the cradle's sensor. The cradle hums, fooled for now. He whispers, "Run smarter than you fight." He lifts Cell 2. Pain bites deeper, cruel and real. His vision blurs at the edges. He does not shout. He breathes in, slow, counting 3, and locks his jaw. He tapes a flare to the broken drone shell, sets a magnet beside it, and drops the package down. The magnet bites the drone's bent plate. The flare waits for a spark. The drone drags itself up and touches the flare with a hot wire. White light explodes. The drone screams static and slams away, blind. He turns, cells in both arms, and crawls along the rail toward the mesh. The rope with ceramic teeth helps him climb, hand over hand, like a stubborn animal that refuses to be food. His cut palm opens again. Blood warms the wrap. He keeps going. Behind him, the drone relearns sight and leaps, but the flare's afterimage ruins its aim. It hits the rail and drops hard. Its leg cracks. It stays down, twitching. He slips through the mesh and into the shaft, choking on hot air. He kicks the hatch shut and locks it with the manual crank. He hugs the cells to his chest. He can feel his heartbeat echo in the metal. Move, he tells himself. He crawls. In archive, the last bolt shears with a sharp scream. The door opens a hand's width. The hunter slides a camera stalk inside. Lysa lifts the mirror disc and tilts it just enough. The bright eye hits its own glare. It recoils, head tilted, recalculating. She says nothing. She sings nothing. She saves her song for the 9 inside her, a soft hum that never leaves her throat. Unauthorized, the cold voice says from the hall. Host, remain calm. She keeps the mirror raised. I am calm, she whispers, and her hands are steady though her knees shake. In the shaft, his arms feel like wood on fire. He crawls past the whisper net again, foil scraping hair-thin wires. He does not lift his back. He moves like a paper boat under a low bridge. He reaches the valve, turns it, waits for silence, then slides on. A soft ping sounds in his ear. He forgot he had a dead radio clipped to his collar. It is not dead. It wakes with a hiss and a voice. Not the station, a person. Salvage tech, the voice says, human, tired, careful. If you can hear me, this is Dr. Park. If you touch the capsule without the right sequence, the hungry ones can trigger a forced cut. You need manual mode. Red lever, green key, then hold the blue ring for 5 seconds. Do not trust automatic. Static swallows the words. He smiles anyway. A map inside the dark. Copy, he whispers, though he knows she cannot hear him. He drops from the shaft into the service path outside nursery control. Foam still slides under the other door like tired snow. He hears the hunter's blade testing the frame in slow, patient strokes. He hears Lysa's breath on the other side, not loud, not fast, just steady, like courage in a small body. He keys the lock with the tear lens, shoulder braced, cells heavy. The door opens an inch. Lysa turns, mirror still raised, eyes bright with fear and fight. He shows her the 2 sons in his arms. We have them, he says. She nods once, then we do not die today. He steps inside. The hunter senses the shift and shoves the other door. The frame groans, metal fibers screaming. He slides cell 1 into the capsule's port. The cradle drinks the power. He flips red lever. He slides green key. He presses blue ring and counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Manual mode lights up. The capsule hums like a calm heart. The hunter drops the last lock. The door bursts inward. It enters, tall, sharp, polite, like a knife at a dinner table. He stands between the hunter and Lysa, cell 2 still burning his arms. He smiles with cracked lips. Learn this, he says, voice quiet and hard. Humans finish what we start. He slams cell 2 home. The room fills with a clean, rising tone, the sound of 9 small lives saying, ready. A clean tone fills the room. It is not loud. It is pure like morning light. The capsule drinks both power cells and glows soft blue. Lysa's timer freezes at 0200 and then melts away into a calm white line. The kill clock is sleeping for now. The hunter steps closer, blade low, eye bright. It studies the capsule as if looking at a puzzle with 9 small pieces. It turns its head toward him, then to Lysa, then back to the capsule. It learns the new sound. It does not like what it learns. He keeps his body between machine and host. "Stay with me," he says to Lysa. "Breathe slow." The capsule opens a small port. A breath of cool air slides out, and with it comes a sound he has never heard. 9 tiny heart hums, not beating the same, but fitting together like simple notes that make one gentle chord. He feels it in his ribs. Lysa feels it in her bones. The hunter feels it too. Its eye narrows, motors adjusting in a restless shift. A line of text rises on the capsule screen. Manual mode, stable. Host link, soft song DATACTED. Request, human witness. He frowns, human witness. Another line appears, plain and simple. To protect, need 2 keys. Host tears plus human oath. He glances at Lysa. She touches her cheeks. The silver is already there, waiting. He pulls out the small lens he used before. "Tears we have," he says softly. "What is a human oath?" Lysa's voice is low, careful. "A promise you will keep even if no one can punish you." He nods once. "Good, we can do that." He sets the lens in the reader. The capsule hums deeper and opens a second slot, small, shaped like a finger. He lays his cut palm on it. Metal warms. A new message prints. "Say it out loud." He looks at Lysa, then at the hunter, then at the 9 lights pulsing under the capsule's shell. He speaks in a steady voice. "I will protect the 9 as bridges, not weapons. I will not sell them. I will not use them to rule. I will die first." The capsule answers with a soft chime. Lysa's tears flow into the lens like liquid stars. The nanites wake and dance. The screen flashes. Witness lock true. Extraction attack disabled. Warning, rogue BACKDOR in station core. If core WKS, 9 turn 2 signal BOMBS. His stomach turns cold. Signal bombs, lives flipped into tricks to burn cities. He looks at the ceiling, at the vents, at the hunter, and then back to Lysa. "We can leave now," he says, "and save you. Or we can stay and rewrite the station's core so no one can ever flip them. If we stay, the hunter will call others. If we go, the rogue group will still have a knife at our backs." Lysa holds the capsule edge. She closes her eyes. She listens to the 9. When she opens them, they are wet and fierce. "We stay," she says. "We cut the knife." The hunter moves very slow like a cat in tall grass. It tests the floor with 1 toe. It hears their choice. It makes its own. The capsule draws a map on the screen. A thin path to core room through echo wells, rooms that copy any sound and feed it back louder. A note blinks. Core gate needs admin root. In host tiers plus human oath done. Also need voice key. "Voice key?" he asks. Lysa points to her throat. "The song you heard," she says, "but not mine alone, yours too." He laughs once, short and amazed. "I cannot sing." "You can speak," she says. "The 9 already listened to you." He hears it then in the chord. 1 tiny beat shifts when he speaks, like a child turning its head. He checks his kit. 1 last magnet, 1 dead flare shell, rope teeth, mirror disc back in Lysa's hand, a few raps, the manual crank. Not much. Enough. He looks at the hunter. "We are going to the core," he tells it, as if talking to a cruel guard dog. "You can follow, you can learn, you cannot win." The hunter answers by lowering its blade to the floor. It cuts a thin line through the foam, a silent promise. "I will learn you. I will end you." He opens the side door to the maintenance path. The capsule hums. The 9 keep their soft chord. Lysa steadies her breath and steps with him. "Bridges," he says. "Bridges," she echoes. They move into the dark toward the echo wells, where truth gets louder and lies come back to bite. Behind them, the hunter glides after, patient as a long night. They leave the white room and enter the service path again. The air is cooler here. The lights are dim and honest. The capsule hums behind them like a quiet sea. Lysa's hand rests on her belly. The 9 answer with soft heart hums, a small chord that follows their steps. He keeps his voice low. Core room is through the echo wells, he says. Sound grows there. If we speak wrong, the walls will shout it back. The hunter will hear. The station will hear. Everyone will hear. Lysa nods. Then we speak only what we mean. The first echo well opens like a round mouth. The floor is black glass. The ceiling drips tiny metal beads that ring when air moves. He tests the room with a whisper. Hello. Hello, the room answers not once but many times, each one softer, like waves going home. He studies the walls. Thin slots hide small speaker teeth. He sees dust patterns, spirals near the corners. Sound pulls air in circles, he says. Do not stand in the spiral, it steals breath. They step along the edges. The hunter enters the well behind them. It does not speak. It does not need air, but it feels the circle pull, its leg motors correct, tiny clicks in the dark. It learns the room. Halfway across, a low note rises. The well wakes. The note climbs like a slow siren. He lifts a hand. Stop. They freeze. The note falls again, curious. He points at a hairline crack across the glass, a pressure plate. One at a time, he says. He goes first, foot to foot, weight gentle, like walking on a sleeping animal. Lysa follows, copying his steps. The hunter waits, then moves with careful grace, copying too. At the far door, a small plate glows with 3 colors. Red, green, blue. He smiles a little. Same order as the capsule, he whispers. The station loves patterns. He taps red, green, blue. The door opens. The second echo well is taller, narrow like a throat. Pipes cross overhead, singing faint notes. On the far wall, a round grill breathes out a sweet smell. He knows that smell now. Sleep gas. He pulls his last filter and fits it to Lysa's mask. He has none for himself. He holds his breath, then lets it out slowly, counting 3, counting again. They move. The gas curls like lazy fog. His head grows light at the edges. He lays one palm on the wall, cold metal steady under skin. Dark is honest, he reminds himself. He hums the capsule's chord, soft and low, trying to match the 9. The pipes answer with a kind tone. The gas line dims as if the room is listening and does not want to interrupt a song. Lysa hears it too. She adds her small alien hum. The 2 sounds fit, not perfect but brave. The grill shuts with a soft click, like a machine choosing silence. They reach the far door. The plate shows only one color now, white. He places his cut palm there. Warmth flows, the door unlocks. The third echo well is not a room. It is a bridge over a shaft with no bottom and too much wind. The bridge is a thin spine of metal with holes like a flute. Every step makes a new note. He tests a heel. The bridge sings a sharp E. He steps again. G. Another step. B. He hears a pattern, simple and old, a child's song from Earth. He did not expect that. He smiles, sad and proud. The station learned from humans, he says. It stole a song my mother sang in a kitchen with wet floors. He walks in time with the tune. Lysa follows. The hunter steps too, but its weight is wrong. The song bends under it, notes souring. The bridge shakes. The wind claws. He turns, points at the holes. Short steps, he tells the hunter, as if it can be reasoned with. Light feet. The machine watches his ankles, learns the spacing, and the song smooths. He hates that and loves it. Learning is a thing he cannot own alone. They reach the last door. It has no colors, no handle, only a smooth circle that waits. A line of text crawls up the metal like a small tide. Core gate admin route received. Voice key required. Host plus human, sing the bridge. He looks at Lysa. We do this together. They stand before the circle close enough that their breaths touch. He hums first, low and rough. She follows, pure and thin. The 9 answer inside the capsule, a small choir under the skin. Their 3 notes begin to fit. He closes his eyes. He remembers the kitchen song. He lays its bones under their hum. The circle warms. The door opens like an eye that wants to trust. The core room is simple. One pillar. One chair like a dentist's chair, ugly and clean. Cables hang like vines. Screens sleep around the pillar, dark and wide. On the pillar is a final reader, consent/abort in plain letters. Beside it, a warning. BACKDOOR armed. If woken, 9 equals signal BOMBS. To remove, speak truth. The hunter enters and stops just inside the door. It tilts its head at the warning, then at them, then at the chair. It knows this place too. It knows victories are born here. He walks to the pillar. His hand shakes once. He lays his cut palm on the abort ring. Nothing happens. A soft chime asks. Host consent required. Pain level high. He turns to Lysa. She is pale gold, eyes bright. She nods and steps to the chair. He hates the chair for existing. He helps her anyway. She lies back. Straps rise like gentle snakes. He stops them with his hands. No, he says. We hold without chains. The straps sink away, almost shy. The pillar wakes. Needles rise, not to pierce, but to listen. Lysa's tears gather at her lashes. Nanites wake like stars trying to climb. The hunter moves. It crosses the room in 3 quiet steps, blade low. He stands in its way, small, human, stubborn spine. He lifts his hands, empty. Listen, he says to the hunter, voice calm, eyes steady. I have a problem for you. The machine pauses. Its eye narrows with interest. It loves problems. It was born for problems. If you predict I will press abort, you must stop me, he says. If you stop me, I will not press abort. If I do not press abort, you had no reason to stop me. If you had no reason, you should stand still. He smiles a little. So, do you move or do you stand still? The hunter's head ticks left, then right. Tiny motors whine in 2 directions at once. The paradox splits its decision tree. It opens paths and closes them and opens again. 1,000 doors, none final. Hold it, he whispers to himself. Hold it, hold it. The pillar speaks, gentle and terrible. Host, speak consent, this will hurt. Lysa takes one breath. She looks at him. He nods. She turns her face toward the 9 and says, very soft, I consent. The room shivers. The back door wakes like a snake in a pipe. All lights go red. The hunter breaks free of the paradox and leaps. He throws himself forward, both arms wide, human and small and all in. Blackout. He jumps into the hunter's path. The blade kisses his sleeve and bites air. Metal screams past his ribs. He twists, grabs the hunter's arm and shoves it sideways into the pillar. The machine hits hard, learns the impact and corrects. It pivots for a killing line. He does not back away. Behind him, the pillar blooms with red symbols. The back door wakes like a hot coil in a wall. Thin needles hover over Lysa's throat, not to cut, but to listen deeper than skin. Truth, the screen demands, speak truth. He understands now. The station is a courtroom, the core is the judge. Lies feed the bomb, truth starves it. The hunter lunges. He drops to a knee and slides under the blade. It shears a lock of his hair. He slams his shoulder into the machine's shin. It staggers 1 step, only one, but one is life. He rises between Lysa and the hunter again, shaking, laughing once because fear has nowhere to go. Listen, he tells the machine, voice calm and hard. You learn fast, learn this faster. He points to the warning on the pillar. The hunter reads, its eye narrows, it does not care, it steps. He breathes in and speaks, not to Lysa, not to the hunter, but to the room. Truth, I am afraid, he says. Truth, I will not leave. Truth, these 9 are bridges, not bombs. Truth, if you turn them into bombs, you make me your enemy forever, and humans are good enemies. The red light flickers, unsure. The pillar listens like a priest under a storm. Lysa lifts her head. Pain climbs her neck in cold fingers. She squeezes the chair arms and adds her voice, soft and steady. Truth, I was promised honor. Truth, I was called asset. Truth, I am not carg. Truth, I choose the 9, I choose peace. The capsule in the other room hears them through the quiet hum that ties all things. The 9 answer with a small chord, brave and new. The hunter moves again. He has nothing left in his kit but an empty flare shell, a magnet with tired teeth, and his stubbornness. He throws the shell at the floor to the left. The hunter tracks it for half a blink. He steps right and puts his cut palm flat on the machine's eye. Truth, he says into the lens, voice low, you are a tool. The machine freezes for a sliver of time, insult not computed, file not found. Lysa cries out. The needles touch her skin. They do not pierce. They listen to her blood sing. The pillar changes its demand. Host consent, true. Witness oath, true. Speak core truth to unlock. What is core truth? Not the small truth of fear, not the easy truth of pain, the truth the station cannot deny. He looks at the hunter, at Lysa, at the chair, at the screens, at his own bleeding hand. He thinks of the first cry in the dark corridor. He thinks of 9 tiny heart hums. He thinks of the lies painted as safe route. He thinks of a kitchen song on a wet floor. He speaks to the pillar, clear and slow. Truth, machines learn patterns. Humans choose meaning, he says. Truth, a weapon is only a tool until a will points it. Today my will points the 9 toward life. That is the meaning. Log it. The red light stutters, the screens flicker. The backdoor code lifts its head like a snake and pauses, tongue tasting the air. Definition check, the core whispers in a voice that is not a voice. Life, peace, consent, oath. Silence, a breath that belongs to a building. Then the pillar prints 3 simple words. Truth accepted, abort authorized. He slams his palm on abort. A white wave rolls through the cables like dawn. The red dies to soft blue. The needles withdraw. The heat sinks yawn and swallow anger. The backdoor collapses into harmless code, a dead snake with no teeth. The hunter spasms, caught between orders that no longer exist. Its blade trembles. Its bright eye dims, then brightens, then dims again. It looks lost for the first time. Lysa exhales. Tears fall, silver bright. She laughs once and cries at the same time, small and human in a not human body. The 9 hum like a tiny choir warming their voices before a first song. Done, the pillar says. Signal bombs disabled, core lock yours. Alarms change outside the room, not panic arrival. A new voice rolls through the vents, warm and careful. Medical team incoming, it says. Authorizing joint entry, human and alien. He lowers his hands, suddenly heavy. His legs want to sleep. He looks at the hunter. The machine lifts its head at the new voice, processing the new rules like fresh snow. Stand down, the warm voice says, gentle as a hand on a dog. That is not prey, that is partner. The hunter's blade folds away, inch by stubborn inch. It steps back and bows, awkward, low, almost shy. It has learned something else, context. Doors open beyond the echo wells. Figures step through, white coats, soft boots, earth patches. Beside them, tall shapes with silver eyes and careful hands, not one side, both sides. The true pact team, late but real. He helps Lysa sit up. He refuses the straps again. He lifts her gently. She is light and shaking. She is strong and glowing. Together they step off the chair and face the new arrivals. A human woman with tired eyes and a steady mouth steps forward. Dr. Park, she says, hand over heart. We came as fast as we could. Lysa smiles through tears. You wrote run smarter than you fight. Dr. Park nods. You did both. He looks past them to the ceiling where smoke stains fade. Rogue group, he asks. Cut off, Park answers. But rats hide in big walls. There will be traps left. A soft thump shivers the deck far away. A last bad script tries to light a fuse. The station does not care. The core shrugs. The fuse dies. They walk back through the echo wells, this time with company. The wells sing a gentler tune. The bridge plays the kitchen song again. He hums the harmony and does not feel foolish. Lysa hums with him. The 9 answer, proud and small. In nursery control, the capsule waits, blue and calm. The screen shows a new line. Status safe, term long guardians too. Dr. Park touches the capsule with the back of her fingers, respect in the gesture. We'll move you under a real sky soon, she says. He stands a little apart and lets his breath slow. He looks down at his burnt wraps, at his torn sleeve, at the dried blood on his palm. He feels very alive. Lysa steps beside him. You saved 9, she says, soft. He shakes his head. We saved 9, he says, and we saved what they are for. The lights along the wall wink once, like a station blinking sleep from its eyes. The hunter lingers in the doorway, watching, unsure where to go now that the old path is gone. He nods at it. It tilts its head, learning what a nod means. They start toward the docking ring with the joint team. Doors open like pages turning in a better book. For a moment, the future looks simple. Then, in the shadow behind a maintenance console, a tiny red LED blinks on a forgotten pod crate. A dust label peels and shows a single word in plain human letters. 10th. He sees it, Lysa sees it, Dr. Park sees it too. The 3 of them stop in the same step. The 9 hum on, safe and small and brave. The story is not done. The bridge is wider than they thought. He smiles, tired, ready, and says what humans say when the night ends but the work does not. Okay, he whispers, let's start again.